Hey, what's up? It's Kaynor here, and uh, I know, it's been a while. I'm sorry, but life kind of got in the way, plus depression. But I am back now, and I am back with the whole cringy fanfic series. So yay! This time, we're doing MHA villain tank scenarios by a person on. As I was saying before I was interrupted, we are going to be reading this scenarios booklet on Wattpad by Detective Annette. I think that's how to pronounce your name. This has about as you can see on the screen, this has like around 26.7 thousand reads and 404 votes. It has two parts, however, I chose one because it's simple and I can just, read it quickly. Don't mind the time. Yes, I know it's really late, but I want to make a video. Okay. So, don't mind the ads. This person is basically written a bunch of like scenarios in their head, and they're open to requests. So that's great. If you want to send requests, you can. And I don't know if they'll do it anymore. I don't know how old this thing is. Oh wait, it was after the last August 8th in 2008. So they're probably not doing it anymore. But yeah. So we're going to go with the first one for tonight. It is called When You First Met. So yeah, let's get into this. By the way, I haven't read this yet, so I like doing that because it gives me a surprise. So the author's note. Yay, my first story. Oops, is not the best, but oh well. Oh boy. Okay, I get that feeling. Yeah. This is a Tomura Shigaraki part, so yeah, let's jump in. You worked at a video game shop in a mall. It wasn't anything special, quite normal. You were sitting behind the front desk scribbling on a piece of paper. Only a few people were in the shop checking out the games. A man walked in. Different aura, okay, coming from him. I think they mean a different aura, but whatever. It wasn't anything bad, though. He wore a black hoodie with the hood up. His long, bluish hair covered his face, and his hands were in his pockets. He walked up to the desk. Do you guys have any of those new controllers? I broke mine. He scratched his neck. I don't like this placement of the wording. It reminds me of how I used to write. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, hold on. He reached over and picked up a new controller and put it on the desk in front of him. How'd you break your old controller? You asked curiously. The man tensed. Oh, my quirk ruined it. He scratched his neck again. Sorry. Oh, well, be careful with this one, you chuckled and put it in the bag. He put the money on the counter and took the bed. What's your name? He asked suddenly after you finished typing away at the cash register. Oh, you perked up. We'll call her Mary Sue. Yeah, we'll call her Mary Sue. Uh, how about yours? You smiled wildly. It's Tomura Shigaraki, he said, quietly scratching his neck again. So, obviously you like video games. What types have you been playing recently? You asked, leaning against the desk. Tomura looked at you, almost surprised. Oh, nothing special. I gotta do it in a country voice. Oh, nothing special. Sorry. Just a few RPGs and such like that. Ah, yes, total gamer. Ooh, RPGs are pretty fun. I'm more into horror games myself, though. You clapped your hands together giddily. I actually think we have a wall back here for RPG games if you'd like to go and take a look. I'm also sure we're getting a whole truckload of new games here in 2 days. You ranted, slightly interested by the stranger. If you'd like, I could take you to see some of the new ones before they're shelved, you offered quietly, leaning over towards the mail. I'll have to think about it, Tormer said again after a pause. He clapped and sat back down. Perfect, you exclaimed happily before noticing Tormer walking away towards the exit of the shop. I'll see you in 2 days then. Maybe, the man said before exiting the shop. Well then. What a short one. Sorry, I had to point this out really quickly. I know this person started out into writing, and I know I completely understand. I don't like how the words are spaced together. Like one point for painting the paragraphs, but space out the sentences out a little bit when they're talking because it kind of confuses me a little bit. Just a little writer's advice since I do write myself. I used to do this a lot. So just a little effort for paragraphing. Just do better in your wording. That's completely fine. Okay, next we are on Dobby's part. I think this is the last part actually. I have no idea. Um, and these little things is thanks to my little brother for the idea. Laughing my ass off. Oh boy. You worked at a Hot Topic. Oh my god, I see where this is going now. Okay. You worked at Hot Topic. So edgy, which is always fun. You got half off on shit and too many buttons on your vest and met some kick-ass people. Of course, rocker, just total Hot Topic-esque edgy shit. Today was the same as always. You were stocking the shelves with the new stuff when someone got your attention. You turned around to a chest, a taller gentleman standing now right in front of you. You looked up at him. He had black, spiky hair, blue eyes, and multiple piercings. But what was most interesting was his arms and lower face. They almost looked burnt. Yes, what can I help you with? You asked, still analyzing his face. Where do you guys keep your piercings? I'm having trouble finding them. He sighed out. Clearly, he didn't want anyone to see him in there. Oh, yeah. They're over there in that corner. We're having a sale of buy one get one free if you like. You smiled and pointing to the corner of what he was looking for. The man nodded and walked to the corner. You turned around to finish stocking the shelves. Before moving back towards the corner, he looked back toward the corner. He was looking at two little packages with different piercings. He was clearly interested. You had seen lots of people with mutant-type quirks or scarring, but you haven't seen anything like his. It was almost pretty. He also had very gorgeous blue eyes, which you noticed as he caught you staring at him. You looked away bashfully, scratching the back of your neck out of embarrassment. After a few more minutes, the tall man walked over, putting two clear packages with the shiny silver jewelry, ringing him up and putting it in a little bag, telling him the price. He paid for it and taking the bag. So, your name is Sue? The man asked. Sorry, I gotta do it in the right voice. Just as a sugar Rockies. So, your name is Sue? I'm bad at voice acting. The man rasped, tilting his head slightly. You brought your head to the name tag on your chest and smelled. Mary Sue, yeah, how about yours? You chirped. He hummed. My name is Dobby. He simply said before. I'm sorry, I'm keep laughing at Dobby. I don't like Dobby that much. Before staring for the door. I'll see you around, Sue, was all he said. He said afterwards and left. You watched him go, tilting your head slightly, interested in him before another customer came up to the counter to check out an item. Okay. I think this is the last one. I have no idea. I don't know how many there are. That's fine. There's twice. Twice. I can't pronounce his full name, considering it's kind of hard to pronounce. But yeah, this is twice. I like twice. You were at the store. We're getting a theme here. We're working somewhere. You were at the store getting small snack items for the personal movie night you were going to have with yourself. Oh, this summer shopping. We're doing the shopping this time. Yay. We're unemployed. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had just gotten out of work. You're not unemployed. I'm sorry, I should have read the rest of this. You're one of the very few women that worked under best genius. I like that. I like him. Your quirk was creation. Doesn't someone else have a quirk creation? I have no idea. I haven't watched anime in a long time. Except you could only make clothing. You helped a lot during natural disaster, which is why you got noticed easily as a rescue hero. You had just finished a week-long job and were gonna do nothing but sit on the couch, shut yourself from the outside world, eat junky food, and binge movies and series. You walked down an aisle that already had a man there. He had a blonde hair and dark bags under his eyes. He wore a green jacket, dark pants, and a white tank top. A huge scar on his forehead was an eye catcher. He seemed on edge before he reached into his pocket aggressively, searching for something. This startled you at first before you noticed that he was breathing heavily and shaking as he threw his hand over his face. He started to make noises of distress before falling on his knees and yelling. You dropped all your things and ran to him. Shit, sir! Hey, you alright? You yelled at him as his panic seemed to be getting worse. I need. Fuck. Frick. Fuck. I need a mask. It hurts, he begged and yelled, one hand clawing at his face while the other did the same to your shirt. Okay. Sorry. He reached over towards your arms as it glowed and pulled the mask like fabric from the glowing area. The man cried and yelled as you did so. You pulled the mask over his screams ceased, but he continued to heavily breathe, still holding you desperately. The clerk was now approving you. Everything all right here? He asked, clearly shaken up. Yeah, he just had a panic attack, he said quietly, your hand resting on the blonde's back. Should I call the hospital? No, the blonde exclaimed. No, I'm fine. Sorry for disturbing you, he said, standing up, the clerk nodding and walking back toward the checking out. You turned back to the blonde. You alright? You whispered towards him. Yeah, I'm okay now. Thank you for helping me, he said. My name is Jin. I can't pronounce his last name. You smiled. I'm Mary Sue. You nodded at him before picking up all the things you dropped. No problem. You were clearly in distress. I'm glad to have helped. You smiled. Oh, by the way, turning back to ask him something, you saw he was already out the door, leaving. Okay, this next part is Kirigiri. I like Kirigiri. He's an interesting character. Tonight was one of the rare occasions you could go out and enjoy yourself. You were forced into a quirk wedding with an abusive man. Oh my god. And he didn't like letting you do anything. Oh my god. Sorry. I got to say, oh my god. He was out of town for the night, so you thought you could get away with going to a little bar. You wore a nice white sweater and red pants with black flats. You entered a little and super empty bar, obviously besides a bartender. You walked over and sat at the bar. Can I get sake? You whispered towards the mist man. He nodded and placed a clear glass in front of you, pouring the alcohol into it before going back to cleaning another glass. You sighed, closed eyes, and sipping on the strong liquid. Not a busy night? You asked the mist man, looking up at him. Well, it's a Wednesday, and yeah, it's usually not busy, he said, and placing the clean glass on the shelf. You blushed and scratched the back of your head. Oh, yeah, it's the only night I'll be able to get out, so yeah. You stuttered and laughed slightly. Oh, why is that? He asked, tilting his head. Oh, I get super busy with work and such. You made up a lame excuse as your husband's angry face popped in your head. You seemed to buy it, though. So what's your name? You asked him. Kirigiri. Kurogiri. Okay, sorry. I don't say Kirigiri. I think it resembles Kirigiri from, Danganronpa. If you know, you know. Kirogiri. And yours, dear? He replied. Mary Sue. You smiled at him. You and Kirogiri talked for a while. You cracked small jokes with him and just talked about small things as you talked As you talked, something dripped down your chin and onto your chest. You were you were talking so much that your busted lip cracked open and was now bleeding. I only know that feeling actually. My lips get dry and it does crack and actually bleed. Oh, sorry. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. That happens. Okay, all over your white sweater. Shit! You hissed and cupped your hand under your chin to stop the bleeding. Kirogiri jumped slightly and leaned over the counter. He cupped your face with one hand and pushed pushed the rag he was cleaning. He was holding again. Your lip. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I talk so much. My lips split back open. You muffled, struggling slightly. Well, be more careful with it, he whispered. He held the towel to your lip and made sure it stopped bleeding before he pulled away into the towel in the sink. Thank you said, blushing slightly before looking at the clock, realizing how late it was getting. Damn, well, you pulled out some money, placing on the counter before getting up. It was nice meeting you again. You sighed before leaving. It's gonna be a while. Mr. Compress. I like Mr. Compress. He's an interesting character as well. Um, and I saw a bit of his actual face from the manga, and ooh, he's a handsome man. Um, um, okay, so this is Mr. Compress. Are we doing all the villains, or I have no idea. Um, okay, you were a performer. It was nothing special. You just played piano. But even though it wasn't much, can you believe what a couple of rich assholes will pay and tip you? Honesty, honestly, too much, or at least that's what you always thought. Time was almost the same as always, except they had more than just you performing tonight. From what you heard, they had a magician come to perform. How childish, you thought to yourself. The entertainer was gonna go before you, which angered you slightly because he could possibly get all the tips before you go. As if he was good, which most aren't. You sat in the crowd, still waiting to watch and be respectful of the magician. Never mind. I don't even know. Yeah, make a comment about that. A blue light shined from the stage, and a man appeared upon the stage. He had a mask, a top hat, typical, a red vest, and black dress pants. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, he called out, opening his arms wildly in greeting. Everyone clapped, and you smirked. He looked like he had some potential and not failing. He had an interesting performance, doing well. This bumped you slightly, cause he most like just got all your tips, hands down. Now, can we have a volunteer from the crowd? The entertainer called out, his eyes running over the people in the room. People's hands went up. Pick me, some would call out. Ah, how about you, young lady? His eye landed on you, and he held his hands out from the stage. You tried to protest, but he had pulled you up onto the stage alongside him. Regulars laughed, knowing that you practically worked there. Now, young lady, what is your name? He asked, leaning into you. Sue, you said simply. Now watch as they make Miss Sue here disappear. He shouted out towards the crowd before putting his hand on your back. Suddenly, your vision was filled with bright blue before going completely black. The bright blue filled your vision before you were brought back to the bright life of the room again. You staggered and gripped onto the magician for sure. What was that? You asked him, amazed. If you could see his eyes, he probably winked at you before turning back to the crowd. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to my show tonight. Next up will be the beautiful pianist, Miss Sue. He announced you before he started off the stage. Okay. You walked over to the piano and getting ready to play the instrument, still in awe of the magic trick. You're gonna figure it out sooner or later. Okay. Next up, we are at Stain the Hero Killer. Stain. Well, Stain's an interesting character, and I do like him to a certain degree. his stance on what he does in the anime and manga is pretty much understandable. So yeah, I do like him as a character. Um, yeah, but let's continue. Um, you were a vigilante hero. If you don't know what that is, it just to sum it up, it's a legal hero. Yes, we get it. Okay, except you don't get paid or anything positive from the government. You like to save people in the back alleys where you know most pro heroes wouldn't really bother to go patrol, even though that's where most crimes seem to happen for you. Anyway, you wore a full black outfit, fingerless gloves, knee-length combat boots, and a motorcycle helmet to hide your identity. You're patrolling the back alleys like always, listening around to see if you could hear any signs of distress. You turned a corner before a fist came in contact with your cheek. You staggered and fell on your ass, your mask breaking, limiting your vision. You looked up to see a thug and a few others behind him starting to circle around you. You were outnumbered and at a disadvantage. Looky here, is this the vigilante hero? The main man cooed and crouched down in front of you. Why do you show us what's under those clothes? Oh God. Yes, sexual assault. That's just. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. It's really not that. Well, it makes me uncomfortable, as you can tell from my expression. Anyway, you popped him in the face before tackling him to the ground before jumping up and turning to running down the alley into another. Shit, 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 you screamed in your head, knowing they would catch up. You stepped on a glass bottle and it slipped out from under you, making you fall forward. How cliche. You turned around and pulled out your pocket knife and jumped, still not going down without a fight. You're so gonna pay for that, you stupid bitch. The man growled, approving. I think I mean approaching you. Stay back or cut out your eyes, you yelled, backing up against the wall. The almost silence of the night was interrupted by one of the thugs screaming. Everyone turned toward the scream. Another man stood there, holding a now dead man by the neck and a katana. I will cleanse this world from the unworthy, you disgusting pigs, the man growled. The thugs growled and ran towards him, ready to attack. While most of them were distracted, you lunged at the main man, stabbing him in the back of the neck, pulling it out before he dropped and jumping at another. Less than a minute later, all the thugs were dead. You stood there panting before letting out a breath of relief. You looked over at the man with the many, many knives. He had a mask and a red headband. Thank you, said quietly, not sure if you heard, and you started to walk away. You know, you shouldn't be out here at night, especially if you can't actually fight for yourself, he said before disappearing. What a dick move, but okay, he's right, kind of. Gyron. Have I ever seen a person named Gyron before? I think I'm gonna skip this one because I have no idea. Muscular, I can't remember. These characters I don't even know about, but that is gonna be all for tonight, actually. It's getting late for me, so I have to sleep at some point. But, if you guys are new here, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can like, subscribe, and I'll do more of these. Next time, I am going to do suggestions, so just type in the description. I know from last video I had some suggestions, like for Deku X Azaiwa and stuff, so I can do that next time. I will find some and I'll read them to you guys. But, it's good to be back. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I can't really explain it. It's just kind of been hard. So, but thank you for your support, and, I'll see you guys later. Bye.